Let's start with the name of Allah, most merciful, most compassionate. Assalamu alaikum again. This is the second lecture for today, and time is 15 to 11. We've taken an introduction to the term novel. What does this genre mean? And now we will have the titles. We will know about the titles, that is the syllabus for this course, the first course for you, third year. As you know, your course of novel is for 3 hours a week. In these 3 hours for the first course, we will be introduced to Thomas Hardy and Ernest Hemingway. We will start with Thomas Hardy. You will start with Thomas Hardy. His novel is The Return of the Native. It was written in 1878. Then, after we finish it, we will start with Ernest Hemingway. Ernest Hemingway's The Old Man and the Sea. It was written in the 20th century, 1952. Let's see The Return of the Native. Certainly, surely, Thomas Hardy is an English writer, Ernest Hemingway is an American writer. Your first novel, that's to say, Thomas Hardy's The Return of the Native, 1878. 1878 is the year that this novel was published. First of all, notice that when you write a title of a book, any book, a novel or any other speciality, you should write it in italics and or not and or underline it. It means put a line, draw a line under the title. Don't write it like this word, Thomas Hardy. Just draw a line if you are using a pencil or a biro, or when you are typing, use it as italics, the quickest way. The Return of the Native. Do you see here? It is italics. The way of writing, the lines are different from the novel. The letters are different from the word novel, the word set on. You see? They are called, this way is called italics. The first thing we will start in this novel is the setting. Do you remember the setting? The setting is one of the most important elements or components of any work of art. A poem, a play, a novel. The setting in, particularly the setting in The Return of the Native, is plays an influential role on the characters and on the action of the story itself, the story of this novel. What is the setting? What is the setting? Do you remember what is the setting? What is the setting? The setting is the place and the time of the work, where the work is set or the story is set. Here, this novel, The Return of the Native, is set on Egdon Heath, capital E, capital H, H, not H, capital E, capital H, because it is a place, and places are proper nouns. Proper nouns should be written with capital initials. This Egdon Heath is a fictional place. It is not a realistic place. Do you remember that novel is a fictitious work of art? It is fictional. You cannot find it on the map. It exists only in the mind of the writer. Who is the writer? Who is the writer of The Return of the Native? Oh, let's go back. Thomas Hardy. Thomas Hardy. Ah. So Egdon Heath is a fictional place. It does not exist in reality. This fictional barren moor in Wessex, in southwestern England. Of course, certainly the main place is England. The main place is England, but where in England? In Egdon Heath. Where is Egdon Heath? It's a fictional barren moor in Wessex. This setting has a symbolic value. It is not only a setting. It is not only a place. I knew. Oh, okay. I knew the place of the novel. It is Egdon Heath. It plays a role, and it has a symbolic value. The meaning of this setting. You will see a description of the setting, and you will know gradually what does it mean. What does it indicate? A symbolic value. Now, the return of the native. The title. Who returned? The native. Who is this native? Who is this native in the play, in the novel? The native of the title, Return of the Native, is called Clym Bright. Clym Bright. This is the native that the title means or refers to. This native has returned to the area, which area? Egdon Heath. Which area? Egdon Heath. Returned to the area to become a schoolmaster. To become a schoolmaster. What was he before being a schoolmaster? He was a successful, but in his opinion, shallow career as a jeweler in Paris. So he was a jeweler in Paris, came back or returned to Egdon Heath, to his mother, to his house, to be a schoolmaster. He thinks that being a jeweler in Paris is something shallow career. Yes, it is a prosperous, materially is a prosperous career, but but perspectively, for him, it is shallow. It is not creative. It's not creative. Being a jeweler is not a creative work for Clem Bright. Again, Egdon Heath is a fictitious area. Then, if you want to define Egdon Heath in the novel, it is a fictitious area of Thomas Hardy's Wessex. This Egdon Heath, who lives in Egdon Heath? It people who cut the furze. The people who live in Egdon Heath are people who cut the furze that grows there. The here furze again is symbolic. Egdon Heath is symbolic. The furze that grows there is symbolic, and the cutting of the furze is symbolic. What is a furze? This is the furze. People cut this furze. It's spiny pines that grows there. Do you see the place? It is not a plain, area, a plain land, and walking there is not easy. just like walking in a mountain, in mountains. People cut that furze, and the entire action of Hardy's novel, The Return of the Native, takes place on Egdon Heath. There is a mistake here. Have you noticed the mistake in this? Hmm. The Return of the Native is not italics, neither underlined. Let's underline it, or I'll italicize it. I'll choose a drawing here. Yes. The Return of the Native. And again here, the. Now my title is correct. My title is correct. The Return of the Native. Now, again, I'll repeat the entire action. There is an action. Do you remember? Another element. We took setting, the first element, which plays an important role in the novel. Now, this is the second element, action. The action here, it takes place on Egdon Heath, on this place. So, what does it mean? The entire action of Hardy's novel takes place on. It means that the whole story, the whole events of the story of the Return of the Native took place on Egdon Heath, happened on Egdon Heath. You will not see Paris. You will not see London. You will not see Baghdad. You will not see any other place. You will read only about Egdon Heath. You will read the events that took place on Egdon Heath. Clear? This is a photo of the furs. There is a full description of the furs when we start reading the novel. Now you have a homework. You have a homework. What is your homework? Your homework is the text of the Return of the Native. This text is divided into books. Books means parts. Part 1, part 2. The writer chose book 1, book 2, book 3. Every book includes chapters, is subdivided into chapters. So open your books. Book 1, it is entitled, there's a title for every book. This book is entitled The Three Women. Read chapter 1 of this part, which is again entitled A Face on Which Time Makes But Little Impression. This is the title of chapter 1. Read it. It is about 4 pages. You can download the text as a PDF form from the internet, and you can buy it. It is cheap, 2,000 or 3,000 the Iraqi in the Iraqi coin. Well, and start reading the text. At the beginning, you will you will face some difficulty because the writer started with describing the environment, Egdon Heath, and this place is not, familiar for every reader. You will find terms that are new for you, that you cannot, that you will discover that you do not understand what the writer says because you don't know the meaning of these words. So start using what dictionary? Oxford English Dictionary. Leave the Arabic. This course is not about translation. It is an English novel. It's a course in English novel. Check in the dictionary, and I prefer advanced learners, Oxford English Dictionary, advanced learners. At the beginning, you will maybe if your English is not that, uh, you know, powerful, you will look up in the dictionary for many words. Later, these words will be repeated in the next page and the page that follows, the pages that follow. What will you do? You will not need to look up in the dictionary because you've already knew the word furze. The word furze. This is furze. Now you have in your mind an idea, uh, an image of furze. Check it in the dictionary. See how does the dictionary defines it. What part of a speech? Is it a noun? Is it a verb? Is it an adjective? Then, in the next page, the word first will be repeated. You will not open the dictionary for the word first. You knew it. You already knew it. There are, and the same process with the other words. Later, you will not need to open the dictionary to find the meaning of the words because you will be able to understand the whole idea. I wish you uh, I wish that you will enjoy the text, the return of the native, and read it seriously. It is not only for enjoyment, it is your own uh, course, your own subject, and to get, of course, I'm sure you will get a lot of benefit from it. This is the end of the lecture. Any question, please send to the classroom, comment on the assignment in the classroom. Wish you the best. See you later.